What the fuck? I don't even... What the fuck did we just see? What the fuck did we just fucking see? What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Nash here. Welcome back to the channel. I don't even know what the fuck we saw. I swear, I don't know what the fuck we saw. I'm still on Peacock. Big shout out to Peacock, no copyrights. I'm still trying to wrap around my head what the fuck just happened. Like, is that even real? Was that even real? Like, did that legitimately happen? Did that fucking happen? Oh my god. I don't even have the words for it. I'm like, what the hell? Alright, you guys. Sorry, guys. I apologize if I'm taking forever. I'm just still flabbergasted by that main event. That I don't even know what the fuck we saw. So we kick off the results with the results of WWE Day 1 with the kickoff show as Cesaro and Ricochet teamed up against Ridge Holland and Sheamus in a rivalry that actually kind of started a couple weeks ago during the, or I guess rather not last night, but last week on SmackDown as part of the 12 Days of Christmas gauntlet match. Cesaro got pinned by Sheamus, and then Sheamus got pinned by Ricochet with the help of Cesaro, of course, and that's what led to this match. Ridge Holland ended up getting hit in the face by a knee by Ricochet, and that's what caused Ridge Holland's nose to be broken. And if you don't believe me, I will actually try to find it. Let's take a look. Let us take a look-see. If I can find something. If I can find something. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm on Instagram right now. Here we are. No, that doesn't do it. So this is basically the result of Ridge Holland from WWE Day 1, courtesy of Instagram. No copyrights, of course, but yeah, broken nose. And even with that broken nose, Sheamus hit Cesaro with a bro kick to pick up the victory for his team, which was absolutely insane. Moving on into the main card, first up was the SmackDown Tag Team titles defended, as the Usos defended against the New Day. Ironically enough, because that it took place in Atlanta, Georgia, ironically enough, King Woods is actually from Atlanta, born, raised, and resides, of course, in Atlanta, which was kind of ironic. It was an incredible matchup. I said it before, I'll say it again. When it comes to the Usos versus the New Day, the rivalry will never stop. No matter where they're at, they will always end up crossing hairs at some point. Excuse me. And I was right. They ended up they crossed hairs again. They beat the living hell out of each other. But of course, in the end, the Usos hit Kofi Kingston with an Uso version of the 3D, the Dudley Death Drop, as it was known as. Apparently, Pat McAfee decided to call it the 1D, or D1 or something like that, to retain the SmackDown Tag Team titles. And here's the thing. Even though the Usos have aligned themselves with Roman Reigns, respect. Usos have that much respect for the New Day, no matter what, which is insane. Next up, we have Drew McIntyre versus Madcap Moss in a rivalry that was based on Drew McIntyre's sword, Angela. And I'm just going to be real, and I've seen Madcap Moss in the ring before, especially from his days in NXT and even on Raw during COVID when during COVID. I know I shouldn't have said that with the algorithms and everything, but during COVID when the WWE had to shift their shows into the Performance Center, Madcap Moss is a tough son of a bitch, and McIntyre admitted that. But of course, in the end, McIntyre hit Madcap Moss with a Claymore to pick up a W. But it was after the match that made all the difference, as both Happy Corbin and Madcap Moss attacked Drew McIntyre in the backstage area, and decided to wrap a chair around his neck and shoulder area. Corbin took a steel beam right onto the neck and shoulder area. Thus, Drew McIntyre was injured. Obviously, WWE digital and social media platforms will provide updates as well, and I will as well once I have some news on it on the web, of course. So make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel so you don't miss out on the updates of Drew McIntyre. But in the end, McIntyre picked up a dub over Madcap Moss. Next up, we have the Raw Tag Team titles defended, as we saw RK Bro defend their titles against the Street Profits. And funny enough, we had the Migos accompany RK Bro to the ring, and I've got to admit, I'm a big fan of the Migos. I've heard a couple of their songs before. They're actually not too bad. They're actually pretty good. I have to admit, they're pretty good. But that matchup was incredible. It was, oh my, I don't even know how to describe it, honestly. I have no words for it except, holy shit, that was an incredible tag team match. If you guys thought that the Usos versus the New Day was impressive, this match right here, RK Bro and the Street Profits, was just equally as impressive. But in the end, of course, a pop-up RKO onto Montez Ford picked up the dub, and they shook hands out as a sign of respect for one another. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest. I was expecting the Street Profits to turn heel and attack RK Bro from behind, but I don't think the Street Profits would ever do that. I don't know. I don't know if they would ever do that. But I mean, it was a hell of a match between both teams. I can't wait to see what's next for RK Bro. Next up, we have a match that was based on respect, as The Miz went up against Edge, the WWE Hall of Famer. And one of the key highlights that I want to mention is the fact that the Brood theme song came back. If you guys remember the Brood theme song that Edge brought at SummerSlam, it was crazy. It was hella crazy, hella fun. This time was no fucking different. There's a reason why Edge is the rated R superstar. There's a reason why he is a Hall of Famer, why he is a certifiable badass. Because the shit that Edge can do is just absolutely insanity. Absolutely insane. But at the closing moments of the match, this was hella crazy. Submission, it was all based on submission and who would pull the trigger first. Would it be The Miz and the Skull Crusher finale, or Edge and the Spear? Miz did pull the trigger, but a kick out at 2. And at the closing moments of the match, as The Miz countered Edge's spear, Edge hit his head on the middle turnbuckle. Maurice slaps Edge, And then we got to see the return of Beth Phoenix. Yeah, that was, awesome. That was indeed awesome. And I mean that as a pun. Pun intended, insult intended, of course. And, Beth Phoenix drove Maurice away from ringside, which allowed Edge to recover, allowing him to hit the Miz with a spear to pick up the 1, the 2. Oh yeah, the dub, the big dub over the Miz. Hella crazy, but awesome to see Beth Phoenix back. It is unfortunate that we don't get to see her every Tuesday on NXT on the commentary booth, but you know what? Edge on, but you want Beth Phoenix on Raw? I love it. It's awesome. Next up, we have the Raw Women's Title defended as Becky Lynch went up to defend her title against Liv Morgan in a match that was based on Liv Morgan growing up as a lifelong fan of WWE, who really didn't know her path. You know, she didn't know what she wanted to do in life, and we found out that she decided, you know what, I'm gonna try and get into WWE. So she got into WWE. You guys know, and you guys know I'm trying to get there. So if you guys want to see me in WWE, I've said it before, I'll say it again. If you guys want to see me in WWE, let your voices be heard. Go on to all forms of social media. Let the world know what's up. Tag WWE, tag me in your posts and WWE, and let them know. Let them know your boy wants in. And I ain't joking. I'm not bullshitting. I'm for real. I am being 100% honest about that. Right there. But at the closing moments of this match, this was pretty back and forth. If I say so myself, this was what the hell? Oh, sorry guys. Something came up on my Instagram. Okay, there we go. Alright, you guys. But yeah, at the closing moments of the match, this was pretty much back and forth. But the closing moments of the match, as Liv Morgan was about to hit Oblivion onto Becky Lynch countered the Oblivion into the manhandle slam, allowing Becky Lynch to retain the Raw Women's title. Funny enough, she came this close from using the ropes, but could not do it. And I mean, to be fair, they were like merely a foot away from the rope, so it was a clean victory. To be fair on that. But this one, I'm gonna be I don't even know what the fuck happened. So if you guys remember my day one predictions, I did talk about the match between Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar for the Universal title. I even also talked about Shinsuke Nakamura defending his Intercontinental title against Sami Zayn. Unfortunately, both matches got scrapped. And the reason being is because Roman Reigns had tested positive for COVID, which is unfortunate. I know that I've said a lot of things about Roman Reigns on social media. You know how he's taken things too far and whatnot. But to be fair, he is still a person. So Roman, shout outs to you, man. I think I speak for myself and I speak for everybody. I know that I may have said some things about you on social media, saying that you might have taken things a bit too far and whatnot. But truth be told, again, as I mentioned, you are still a person. So shout outs to you. I hope you're well, and we do wish you a very healthy and speedy recovery from COVID. I know I shouldn't have said that here on YouTube, but you know, because of the algorithms and everything. But it is what it is, and it had to be said. So YouTube, I apologize, but anyway, because of that, the main event was now for the WWE title, as Big E would now defend against Seth Rollins Kevin Owens, Bobby Lashley, and Brock Lesnar. This was arguably one of the most insane matches I had ever seen ever. I have never, in all the years that I have called Brock Lesnar's matches here on YouTube, whether it's a prediction video or a result video, I have never seen Brock Lesnar compete in a Fatal 5-Way. I've seen him compete in Fatal 4-Ways, and I even saw him compete in Royal Rumble matches and even in the Money in the Bank ladder match, but never this. A Fatal 5-Way, and this only lasted 10, 15 minutes at best? And this was fast-paced, hard-hitting, non-stop action. Lashley spearing Brock Lesnar through the barricade, right where the timekeepers were. Big E hitting Bobby Lashley with a Uranagi onto the announce table, and even with all that, the closing moments of the match, Brock Lesnar hits an F5 on everybody. Lashley hits Brock Lesnar with the Hurt Lock. Came this close from tapping out. Brock Lesnar came this close from tapping out. Big E hits a big ending on Lashley. Brock Lesnar hits an F5 on Big E. That's it. 3. So now Brock Lesnar is now the WWE champion, and we now know what that means. It means that we will not be seeing the WWE Championship for quite some time, possibly until the Royal Rumble, and then until WrestleMania, like always. Am I surprised about that? Am I surprised about that part? No. Am I surprised about Brock Lesnar? Am I surprised about Brock Lesnar regaining the WWE title after losing it to Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania a couple years ago? Yes, that I am surprised about. So, I mean, and truth be told, Big E is also owed a rematch, so we may see that, but who the hell knows? But yeah, I don't even know what the fuck to say about that main event. I'm just stupid flabbergasted right now about that. I don't even know what the hell to make of it. But that brings me to the question of the day. What were your guys' thoughts on WWE Day 1? Let me know in the comments below. And also, before I forget, I might do this on my newest episode of WWE's Biggest Issue. I might do this, but I might talk about WWE Day 1 and what we can expect to see happen at the Royal Rumble. I might do that. I will have to think about it, but I do have several other topics in mind, but this might be priority number 1 as far as WWE's Biggest Issue goes. But with that being said, that will do it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. If you guys are new to the channel and you guys want more pay-per-view results in the future, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. Excuse me. So you guys don't miss out on any new content that comes your way. And be sure to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. All the links will be in the description below. And if you guys have any fan mail that you want to send me and want me to open up on the channel, my address will also be in the description as well. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.